Love it.
All right. So they're beautiful and they're ugly. They're loose, yet they're tight as a drum. They're exciting, yet excruciating to watch. And one thing they lack besides relief pitching is intensity. This team doesn't have any intensity. These are your Toronto, Buffalo, Dunedin Blue Jays. And right off the bat, let's cut them some slack because they're not a Toronto team. Most of them don't even know what Toronto looks like. They've never been here before. This is the second year of this, okay? It's got to be tough on the players. It's got to be tough on the staff and the management and everything like that. And it's tough on us fans. But come on. You got talent. Go out and get the pieces you need right now or write the season off. Or say, good luck in 2022 because we're not going there this year. Not after this week. The Blue Jays have 95 games left in the season. That's a lot of baseball. But they're 9 games back of the Tampa Bay Rays. They're 6.5 games back of the final wild card spot. That means just to get to that spot for a 1-game playoff. Man, that's a lot to ask. They have to go 57-38 the rest of the way to reach 90 wins. And I don't know if 90 wins is going to get you in the playoffs. So it seems highly unlikely, especially after watching them lose 4 straight to the Yankees this week in every conceivable way. If I was to say to you, in the final game of the series, well, at least they haven't had a triple play against them. Boom. Right. In the first inning, when they could have broken it open. That's happened so many times this year, it seems, right? Like Vladdy is hitting the snot out of the ball. No doubt, he's awesome. But not so much with runners in scoring position lately, you know? Like, we're expecting a lot. We expect him to hit 350 all the time. He's human. But, man, that play yesterday was just, oh, God. And the base running, terrible. And horrible pitching by the bullpen. And unable to deliver key hits with runners in scoring position. Randall Grichuk, up until this week, was beautiful with runners on base. And now, he couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Everyone was going, oh, look at Randall Grichuk. He's got a .330 on-base percentage. Not anymore. He's exactly the same as he was last year and the year before that and the year before that. So has the whole team regressed? And what kind of team does Charlie Montoyo have here? Certainly not an intense team. Never saw such a happy-go-lucky smile. Oh, we're smiling. We're happy. We're smiling. We're happy. You're smiling and happy. I'm not smiling and happy. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's not going to be okay. Stripling goes off. McGuire, I never saw it before in a rundown. Tosses the ball that hits the runner. Luckily, Bo makes a great play, or else there's another screw up. All right? This guy comes from nowhere. Zoik comes up, pitches 3 innings, is trailing 3-2. He's out of the game. Why? Oh, he threw 65 pitches. I'm counting every pitch from every pitcher now, wondering that, like, Montoyo and what's his name, Pete Walker are going, oh, too many pitches. Not enough pitches. Too many pitches. Oh, God. And here's the one thing. Now, I wasn't at spring training, and I don't know a lot of people that were at spring training that saw. But does this team know nothing about fundamentals? Did Charlie Montoyo not the fundamentals? How about a pitcher being able to take a throw from an infielder? The 3-1 putout, or in this case, the 4-1 putout. No, we got a pitcher that runs past the bag and then has to reach back for the ball. We got another pitcher that gets a comebacker to the mound with runners first and third and nobody out. And all he's got to do is say, the hell with the run. I don't care about the run. Give me the 2 outs. Pivot, throw to second, on to first for an easy double play. No, what does this guy do, Zoik? He looks the runner back from third and then expects to get a 1-4-3 or a 1-6-3 double play. Never. You can't do it all. You can't look the runner back to third and then get 2 outs. It doesn't work that way. So these are fundamentals. And it's not just at the major league level. These kids down in Buffalo or New Hampshire, by the way, I've got my New Hampshire Fisher Cats on. Shout out to the Fisher Cats. I can't believe. So no fundamentals. Now, Yankees didn't play great baseball either. They played some pretty sloppy defense as well. Handed us some runs. But my God, if you combine poor base running, poor decisions, and your manager is, oh, they're young. Young players make mistakes. Marcus Semien is not a young player. Get caught in a rundown with the bases loaded, with runners at second and third and nobody out in the first inning with Vladdy at the plate. Come on. That's unbelievable. That was a chance for a huge inning. Instead, Vladdy barely gets the bat on the ball. Like, in fact, I think he swung at a couple of pitches that would have been ball 4, But he so wanted to drive those runs in the first inning. He so wanted after the night before when they blew it again. He so wanted that he got out of his zone. He hits a little tapper. He gets thrown out. Meanwhile, Semien goes halfway down from – as soon as Semien breaks for home, Bo Bichette's behind him. He breaks for home, for third. He sees Semien breaking. He breaks for third. And then all of a sudden, whoop, 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 it's the Three Stooges. Now Semien goes back. And that means Bo gets caught. Now they get in a rundown. Now they throw Vladdy out. And then both are in a rundown. Where's the third base coach when all this is going on? What's the purpose of a third base coach? Right?
Right.
Is he to remind Semien and Bo that make sure the ball is hit past the pitcher or something to that effect? Does he say to Semien, it's the contact play. As soon as Vladdy lays the bat on the ball, you go home? No. Because everybody knows with nobody out, there's no way you don't put a contact play on a play like that. Okay, you got to make sure the ball goes through. You stay at third, because even if Vladdy gets thrown out at first, you're still there with. Wasn't Teoscar? I'm trying to think who was batting next. Was it Grichuk? But anyway, you're still at third. There's less than 2 outs. You can still score. But instead, Semien like a rookie, go home, and Bo sees this, and it's a triple play. A triple fucking play! As if things weren't bad enough. So now you're thinking, not a good omen. Not good at all. Screwed up for a chance for a big inning. And then everyone's going on with, it's the first time ever that a triple play scored 1-3-6-2-5-6 has ever happened in the history of Major League Baseball. Who gives a shit? How the scoring went down. Do you think people are going, does anybody know what the scoring play was the last time there was a triple play? Was it a 5-4-3 triple play? Was it a 4 unassisted triple play? What? Like, really, has anyone ever gone back and said, well, how many triple plays have been 5-4-3 of all the triple plays? And how many have been 1-3-6-2-5-6? You got to be super inside baseball. You got to be 7 levels above Geddy Lee to even think about how they scored a fucking triple play. And in actual fact, it is and it isn't. I mean, it was 3 outs on 1 play. But not the kind of triple play that you think of where, a guy hits a ball, he makes a catch, he tags a runner, he gets another guy and run down. This should have been a 1-3 putout or a 5-3, whoever made the play on that tapper by Vladdy. Out at first, Bo stays at second, Semien stays at third. Instead, it's the Keystone Cops, or what they used to call, before politically correct people came aboard, they used to call it the Chinese fire drill. Now, I don't know why, and obviously that's racist. But at the time, when they used this expression, it would make people think of a bunch of people running around crazily, not knowing in what direction to go in a fire drill. It's a really terrible racist expression. But it looked like it's true. It looked like a fire drill gone wrong. Ding, 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 ding. You go here. You go there. Horrible to watch. 1-3-6-2-5-6. It sounds like that song by Tommy Two-Tone. Jenny, 8675309. Everybody remembers that. Okay, you think everybody in Blue Jay history is going to be 1-3-6-2-5-6. Vladdy taps out. Semien gets caught. Bo fucks up. It's a triple play. No. Get rid of Louis Rivera at third, first of all. This guy's awful. He's a terrible coach. The whole coaching staff. Where are the fundamentals? Anyway, that missed opportunity would come back to haunt the Jays. The loss, 8-4 loss. TJ Zoik starts in place of Matz. Matz in COVID protocol. Nobody asked, was Matz fully vaccinated? How the hell did Matz get COVID? He was pitching so well. He was the John Rahm of Major League Baseball. No, not really. And Zoik was okay. He wasn't great, but 65 pitches, you pull the guy? Jays came back to make it 3-2. You pull him after 3 innings? You're supposed to be resting this fabulous bullpen of yours. No. It's okay. So he's gone after 65. Joel Payamps comes in. He's mowing the Yankees down. We're hanging in there. We're down 3-2. 36 pitches. That's it for Payamps. Why? Why not leave him in? And then Taylor Saucedo makes his Major League debut. Oh, not when the Jays had a 14-run lead the other day does he put him in. No, he puts him in a close game. And the kid did well. Throws a clean inning, 14 pitches. So naturally you leave him in, right? No. 14 pitches, that's it for your debut. You got a little taste, kid, on the bench. Let's try another pitcher. No, leave him in, 14 pitches. No, we need to give Anthony Castro, need to give him some confidence because we've got a lead now, 4-3. So let's bring in Anthony Castro. No, don't do that. 4 straight hits to start the 7th. It turns the 4-3 Jays lead eventually into a 7-4 Yankees lead. And that was the ball game. And the reason is because after those 4 straight hits by Castro, they pull him out and they say, "Ooh, let's try Tim Mesa." But no, because Tim Mesa has to face the minimum of 3 batters, right? And here come a couple of right-handed hitters coming up. Here's an 058 hitter named Chris Giddens. 058, okay? And you can't get this guy out. 2-run single, turns a 5-4 lead into a 7-4 Yankee lead ball game. An 058 hitter. That's how bad your bullpen is. You could have called up Nate Pearson from Buffalo to pitch to 1 batter. I bet you he gets the guy out. Gets him to swing at a pitch out of the zone. 058. Give me a fucking break. Charlie goes with him. Sorry, you got to pitch. That's right, I forgot. You got to throw to 3 batters. Shit, I thought I could bring you in just to face the lefty. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. This guy's no manager. And defensively, they've been horrible. Their catchers can't catch, can't throw, can't stop wild pitches, pass balls, all this. Can't throw runners out, even in a rundown. Toss the ball and hit it off the guy's face. Whoever saw that? Have you never, every time I've ever seen anyone in a rundown, they hold the ball above their heads and pretend to throw because the runner's looking at them. And I'm going to pretend to throw. Because as soon as he makes the throw, the runner stops and tries to go the other way. No, Reese McGuire's got the ball down here and he's flipping it and it hits the runner in the face. Never seen that. Terrible. And, the left side of the infield, every time there's a ground ball, every time there's a play, it doesn't matter who's playing there, I got my fingers crossed. Okay, Panic, Espinal, Biggio at third, Bo at short, bobbling Bo Bichette at short. I'm not sure Bo Bichette is a major league shortstop. I think he might be better at another position. I think we're lacking something with him at shortstop. Is it too soon to tell? Am I wrong? I don't know. And by the way, the Yankees, who have played terrible defense as well, came up with the defensive play of the series that Buck Martinez completely overlooked. And Buck's not had a good week. And I think that for some reason, his feed is different from our feed or whatever it is. But he seems to be a beat or two behind the play that we see. Because it would have been like, there's a drive to right by Biggio. This ball's going to be, what a catch by Aaron Judge. Incredible, robs him of a 2-run homer, brings the ball back into the ballpark. That's how I would have called it. His call was like, right field, fly ball, Judge with a catch. Everybody else was like, did you see that catch? On the Yankee broadcast, they went wild, justifiably so. Because at that time, the Jays were up 4-3. And that would have been a 2-run homer, I think, to make it 6-3, if I'm not mistaken. That would have given him a 3-run lead. That would have been a home run, by the way, in 26 of the 30 major league parks. 26 of the 30, but not at Salem Field. And George Springer would have hit a home run the other night for the Buffalo Trenton Bisons. But in Rochester's stadium there's a little piece of the wall that goes out, and that was the only minor league ballpark it wouldn't have been a home run in. We have all this technology now. 97.8 miles an hour exit velocity, would have been a home run in this many parks. Sorry, Aaron Judge, great play. And while I'm at that play on Wednesday when the umps called a foul ball on, was it Gary Sanchez? When he never touched it, he swung and completely missed. Oh, it was the Jays hitter, that's right. And it went off Sanchez's glove, hit the umpire in the head, knocked him woozy, bounced to the backstop. Teoscar Hernandez was on second, comes all the way around, almost to home plate. Almost. And I'm at my TV going, touch home plate. Touch it. The play's still alive. Touch home plate, Teoscar. And he's like standing there an inch from home plate. And then he kind of taps it with his foot. And then they go back and they determine, oh, no, the umpire, who was woozy, didn't know where the hell he was. C.B. Buckner, was it? Waves his arms for a second, saying that it was a foul ball. Because Gary Sanchez, the catcher, is convincing him, no, it was foul. It was foul ball. It's foul. And so the ump goes, okay, it was foul. But it wasn't foul. But the play isn't reviewable. To which I went, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Either everything is reviewable or nothing is reviewable. You can't say that. You got to look it up in the book. Is a missed foul that was called and the umpire called it foul, but it wasn't foul. Is it? No, shit. No. Section 42. Nope. Not reviewable. Even the experts don't know what's reviewable and what isn't reviewable. What was reviewable, but in 2021 is not reviewable. Oh, for crying out loud. That's why all these players keep taking little cards out of their pockets, because they're not sure of where to play defensively, and they're not sure of the rules sometimes. That used to be a rule, but it's not a rule anymore. Ugh. And here's the thing. So we all saw that was not a foul ball, right? That should have been a wild pitch or a pass ball or whatever, and we should have tied the game. But no. Charlie Montoyo comes out and mildly, meekly discusses the point. Not argues the point, discusses the point. I'm sorry, man. I would have gone off. I would have blown a gasket. I don't know if I would have gotten kicked out of the game, but I certainly would have felt the frustration of my players and my staff, and I would have gone out there, blown a gasket, and said, you guys fucked up. We just saw the replay. I don't care if it's not reviewable. You fucked up. Okay? And you and you and you and you. And you allowed the Yankees to intimidate you, and you went back to New York for the call, where they're all Yankee fans anyway. And everybody in the fucking ballpark is a Yankee fan. It's a goddamn home game for the Yankees because the game's being played in Western New York. And sorry, Blue Jay fans, but way before 1977, there were generations of Yankee fans in Western New York. Okay? And so when the Yankees hit a home run, the place goes wild. And when the Blue Jays hit a home run, 3 people clap. It was absolutely embarrassing. And Charlie Montoyo, I don't care. Look, getting kicked out of the game wasn't the idea. The idea was to let them know vociferously that they're horseshit. Not reviewable. What a joke is that? All right, I'm done with that. Anything from you, Mike?
Several things, but that was fucking awesome. So I didn't want to interrupt it because when you get in that mode, there's nothing better than Hebsy going off on a rant like that. That was perfect. So well done. So catch your breath there. A couple of things, mainly in the live chat. The consensus seems to be like fire Montoyo. Like what's your thoughts? No. What's your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are let Montoyo stay the season, and then, but start your search now for the fellow that you think would be the best manager for this team in 2022. Now you're going to lose some players, and Marcus Semien is not going to be part of this team. Maybe he should be involved in a trade. Rowdy Tellez, I can't see being a part of the future of this team. Put him up. I don't know if anyone wants him. One of your outfielders, maybe Lourdes Gurriel, maybe Randall Grichuk, somebody that's got some value. I think you can make a deal involving them. You've got to get pitching. You've got to get relief pitching right now, and good relief pitching. Look at the Yankees. As soon as they got a lead, baby, it's Chapman. Shut him down. Even the other night, second and third, nobody out, but it's Chapman on the mound, dude. It's Chapman. We don't have a guy like that. And even if everybody gets back healthy, you can't expect George Springer, Thomas Hatch, Nate Pearson, if you bring him up, whoever, Matz, any of these guys, you can't expect them to just walk right in and be great, because you got 3 other teams in your division that are better than you: Yankees, Boston, and Tampa. And you've also got other teams you got to climb over, like Houston and Cleveland, even if you want that wild card spot. It's not going to happen. So let's look at 2022. Let's be realistic that this team in 2022, without injuries, phenomenal. Springer, probably not Semien. Bo, Vladdy, Teoscar. An improved, certainly, a Biggio. Another piece there to replace Semien, probably. You're going to have a left-handed hitter with some power. Rowdy Tellez is not the answer. It's going to have to be a veteran player. Maybe he ends up being your pinch hitter. You're off the bench guy and your late inning defensive replacement. I don't know, but somebody like that. And let's face it, the bullpen's not working. There's other teams out there that have plenty of good relievers, but they're not going to give them up so fast. They want prospects. They want players. So what do you do? And I think Joe Siddall suggested this yesterday, and I've been saying so. I agree. Take Nate Pearson and Thomas Hatch, who are in Buffalo. Well, not in Buffalo. They're in Trenton playing AAA. That's so weird to even say that, right? He's in Buffalo. George Springer's in Buffalo. Yeah, but no, he's not in Buffalo. He's in Toronto, but he's in Buffalo.
Right.
And so take these 2 guys who are both starters, bring them in, DFA whoever you need to. Jeremy Beasley. I can't even think of the guys now. Okay, it's all the same guys. Tyler Chatwood. And bring these two guys in and say, all right, you guys are not starting. We're in the pen, but you're the first call in the pen. You're the 5th inning or the 4th inning or, God forbid, the 3rd inning, the 6th inning. And we need an inning. I don't know. We need 2, maybe 3 innings out of you guys. Maybe once through the order. All right? And see what happens. Because this is generally the way you graduate to a starting pitcher in the major leagues. For many years, you got to prove yourself in the bullpen first. And if you can do that, then we elevate you to a starter. You don't just get the job because you've been starting your whole minor league career. So let's see. Let's see what Nate Pearson's got, and let's see what Thomas Hatch has got. Bring them up. Let's see. But basically, I'm saying that I don't think the Jays can go 59 and 30 or 39 and 28 or whatever it is the rest of the way.
Okay, so one more developmental season, and then we'll compete.
But the thing is, it's developmental. Your manager is not going to be the guy next year. Because he's not going to take you to the prominent. He's not going to win some games for you. Right. He's not. And he's not going to make the moves that Montoyo makes. Like last night in the 9th inning, you got a runner on. Okay, you're down by 3 runs. And you're not facing Chapman. You're facing, I think, Zach Britton, who's having trouble finding the plate. He's walked a guy or he hit a guy or whatever it was. And so on deck, you've now got the tying run. So instead of putting Reese McGuire in there, the scheduled batter who already has 3 hits on the night, you pinch hit him with Riley Adams, who's been incredibly overmatched since the first day he came to the major leagues. Wasn't ready. Danny Jansen got hurt. You called this guy up, and you're using him as the pinch hitter? And what does he do? He grounds into the game-ending double play. And I'm not saying that Reese McGuire would have gotten a hit, but he had 3 hits on the night. He's swinging a hot bat. Why would you take a guy out who's swinging a hot bat? Because it's lefty versus lefty? Not a good enough. Come on, it's the major leagues.
Okay, and one more thought. You talked about Buck Martinez having a rough week, and I think the vast, overwhelming majority of Blue Jay fans want to hear Dan Shulman and Buck Martinez. So Dan doing play-by-play and then Buck doing color there.
Dan don't want to do it, though. Dan didn't want to commit for 162 games. He had other things to do. He's got a family, right? He wants to spend time with his kids.
But he can do it from Toronto.
But he doesn't want to.
Of all the time. And all that
he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to do 162 games.
I know we can't make him. I know that. But when they originally announced...
it was part of his contract. I told you this before he signed. I said, there's no way that Dan's going to do 162. He just doesn't want... First of all, he has other obligations, right, with ESPN that may encroach on the baseball season. And he doesn't need... It's not like he needs the dough. I mean, he wants some quality time.
He's got a young kid. I know he's on marriage number 2. We know that drill. I know. But I guess because the original idea was that Dan would do road games because the games were in Florida and Buck and Pat were going to be at the games. Wasn't that the original idea? They were going to be.
It was, but I think as time has gone on, more and more broadcast crews are allowed to go to the stadiums to broadcast the games live. And the Jays are just behind on that because they're cheap, because they already haven't. I mean, do you imagine listening to that rundown last night on radio? Like you're in the car and you're listening to Buck go, you're listening to this. Vladdy, they're running. I don't know what it sounded like, but imagine trying to follow that. Whereas if Jerry Howarth or Mike Wilner or Ben Wagner or whoever were doing the game, you would hear, tapper by Vladdy. It's got Simeon in a rundown, caught between third and home. They throw Vladdy out. Now you would hear because they would have to describe, because there's no way you would believe what was going on. So they would have to describe it in detail to you.
Right.
And then you go, oh my God, run down. And they get Bo at third, and it's a triple play. But instead, it was like
a couple of good points from your Hebsy fans on the YouTube page. One is Gordon Enright says, I think Dan Shulman's going to do some Olympics. Is that right? Is he calling some Olympics?
That's right.
So there's that.
So he had left that open.
Right. Got it. That makes sense. And then also, I think Phil Parkinson points out, is there a collective bargaining issue that we could have trouble in 2022 with baseball? Like, is there labor?
Thanks for that, Phil. Thanks for reminding me of that.
So we're all set for 2022.
Well, I don't know if this was a window. You also have to look at the division they're in and how good Tampa is with such a small payroll, and how good potentially the Yankees can be and Boston can be because they have dough. And here we've got some dough. And if they really want to make a run for it this year, they will spend money and overpay for relief pitching right now, but they won't. And there's no guarantee if they do overpay that they're going to advance past all these other teams and make the playoffs. And isn't that what it's about? Prepare a team that's going to be ready for the playoffs of championship caliber. So next year, Vladdy Guerrero Jr., batting champion, Triple Crown champ, whatever. Bo Bichette, super improved.
Right.
Teoscar, Biggio. I don't have to tell you, right?
And Rogers,
remember, they're all under team control.
Right.
all.
And
Springer's $150 million. We got that. That's looked after.
And Rogers, of course.
Ryu looked after. Robbie Ray will be looked after.
Right.
So you've got the bases there.
Right.
You certainly do. But you've got to have a manager that can squeeze as many wins as possible out of a team like that. And I don't give a shit if it's a Tony La Russa. I don't care. But this manager has got to stress the fundamentals. His teams have to be intense.
Well, Gibby's
right?
intense. Is Gibby coming back? I've been saying that for weeks now. Where's Gibby?
No, he's not coming back. You can't do that.
All right, last point about 2022, which is a lot. Rogers, can sell a lot more $20 beers with a full dome. So I mean, that's all so shitty about this season anyway. So,
right.
All right. By the way, again, kudos, because when you went off on this team, I think you're better when the teams are having issues than when we're rocking and rolling and kicking ass. Like that was fucking genius. So I loved it.